Hey guys! First off, Happy New Year's! Happy 2016. Crazy. I can't believe 2015 just flew by. 2015 had some great moments and it had some not so great moments. But before we get into this discussion, I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner. I'm sorry that this took a little bit longer. I actually chose the winner on Thursday, and then life happened, and then the stress of what I was going to talk about in this video happened. Just letting you guys know. Thank you guys so much for entering. You guys left the most amazing comments, and I also appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos from 12 Days of Xteeener. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so without further ado, drum roll please. The winner of my What's in the Bag giveaway is Sweet Dreams. Yay! Congratulations. Please reach out to me directly here on YouTube. Just message me and I will ship out your prizes. And if I don't hear from you within a couple days, I will directly message you. But congratulations! Guys, I am more than happy to do more giveaways in the future. If you love them, let me know. All right, now, I've been seeing a lot of different opinions about resolutions lately, and I feel like this happens at the beginning of every year. There are those who are really hyped up on making resolutions, and there are those who are just very skeptical about them. I kind of teeter in between, and for the longest time I never made resolutions. I didn't get the point. I just didn't care to. I was like, whatever, it's a new year. But at the beginning of 2015, I actually made some resolutions, like for the first time in forever. I achieved a little bit over half of them. What was really nice was to be able to look back and reflect on them. So, you can write out a list of resolutions, great. But to really make it count, I suggest putting more meaning behind each of those resolutions. Why? Why are you making this resolution? How are you going to achieve it? Honestly, just take the time to internalize like why it's important to you. Because if you don't do any of that, yeah, you can be setting yourself up for failure. And I think this is why some people have like the negative feeling about resolutions. If you're not watching this at the beginning of the year, there's no reason why you can't make resolutions now. It doesn't have to be at the beginning of the year. But for all intents and purposes, I thought I would share with you guys a few of my resolutions and why I'm making these. And it's about to get a little bit deep. I don't typically do this type of video, guys. I was afraid to do this type of video for the longest time, but I have been wanting to. All right, so the first one is to open up and allow myself to be more vulnerable. So this past year, like I said, we had some great times and we had some not so great times. During the not so great times, I felt like I was losing myself, and for whatever reason, I was just putting my guard up higher and higher, even towards the people that meant the most to me, that really mattered to me. It took a lot of self-reflection for me to understand what it was that I was afraid of, what I needed to overcome, and why I just didn't feel like myself. I was so sick of feeling so down, so unhappy. I was sick of not liking who I was becoming. So eventually, I finally just broke down the walls and reached out to people, had this open conversation with the people that mattered in my life, like my family, my friends, my boyfriend, just everyone that I felt comfortable opening up to, and it made a world of a difference. Things just became clearer, and I was just able to come to terms with what I was dealing with. So I definitely resolved to just continue having this open communication, just like what I'm doing with you guys right now. I know I'm going to be afraid to post this, but once I do, there's probably going to be a huge feeling of relief. Since I was finding that it was just so hard to be honest with myself, I just continued to feel so lost. So I definitely found a lot of clarity just from talking to other people. Resolution number 2 is to make this year a more stylish year. So through that period of me just being very down, losing myself, feeling so unhappy, I lost interest in everything I used to love doing, like getting dressed up, putting makeup on, going shopping. I would literally go out shopping, trying to just find that spark again, trying to find clothing that excited me again, and I thought maybe I just wasn't interested in the trends and the clothes that were out at that time, but that really wasn't it. It really was just this internal thing that I had to overcome first before I could feel like myself again. So this year, I definitely plan to have a more stylish year. How I plan to go about doing that is that every night, I'm going to plan out what I wear for the next day. I've actually been doing that already, and it just saves so much time. I don't have to stress about what to wear in the morning, and because you take the time to plan out your outfits, you're gonna look more put together in general. So it's just been working out really great so far. Next, the third one is to continue overcoming fears. So even that fear of just opening up to people, allowing myself to be vulnerable, it can be as like deep as that, or it could be the fear of running a marathon. So I had a friend who reached out to me recently and was like, hey, do you want to run this half marathon in the early spring? And I was like, I wish I could say that I was, but I actually really don't like running. And the truth is, I was just afraid. I had terrible asthma as a kid, so I think it's like the thought of just not being able to do it was what was holding me back, and that's a horrible fear. Why am I letting fear hold me back from experiencing something that could be amazing, that I could overcome, and that I could just achieve for the first time ever? If you allow yourself to just be too comfortable and get complacent, then you're never going to progress. You're never going to continue achieving more than you ever thought you could. And then lastly, just going back to the idea of really internalizing, your resolutions and what you want, is just to take more time to self-reflect. Some people go about this doing like some form of meditation every day. I think that's great. Do whatever works for you. I'm thinking that what I'm going to try to do is remind myself, maybe like at the end of every month, take the time to think about what I've achieved for that month. That way you can really think about the progress. Even if you fell back a little bit, it's okay. You can pick yourself back up. Don't allow yourself to just give up. If it's important to you, you have to keep on going. So those are just a few of my resolutions for the year, what I'm continuing to resolve to do. I'm just really happy for everything that I've gone through because it just makes us a stronger, more insightful person. I believe in you guys. You guys are going to have an amazing year. I am so excited for this year ahead. So thank you guys for sticking it through with me. We're going to have an awesome one. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye!